priming the engines. Over the puddle, come on. We are back. It is part 3 of the build. So once again, welcome back to my channel. My name's Mamba FPV, and today we're going to get this hovercraft done. This is it, the last episode of this build. So we have got another time lapse because we've figured out that I got it all wrong again. But I've got a plan, and I've also got a secret weapon. But more about that later. Let's get into a quick time lapse. Let's get all this rebuilt. Yes, you heard it, rebuilt. And then we'll come back and I'll introduce you to my secret weapon. Let's go.
Which has determined your fate. I've never seen so clear. I feel the end and it's near. The day of reckoning's here. The sound of deafening fear. Don't die if you try. You just might get a little bit of trouble. KNIFE right in your side. You will never see me coming. Don't die if you try. You just might get a little bit of trouble. KNIFE right in your side. You will never see me. My energy is next level, so damn you better be careful. I got an angel and devil, he steps me straight in the temple.
You know, I did say to you guys earlier that I had a secret weapon, and although you can't see him, you can see his name. So we got my good buddy Hubert. What was your Instagram again? I always forget. 3216 FPV. Instagram, if you want to go and check him out, is 3216 FPV. And yeah, here he is on the phone, and he's talking me through the whole process. So we're at the stage where I've got my receiver wired up to the PWM board, and we're about to plug it in. There it is. Okay, we're going in 3, 2, 1. Right, okay, we're on. Oh shit, it did something. The servo moved. Right. Did you see that, guys? Holy shit. Right, let me take this rod out. This is an epic moment. Right, so if I move my stick now, that should move, yeah? Oh my fucking god, it does! Oh! Guys, can you see that? I wish you can freaking see it. Let me show you again, watch this. Come on! Oh man, right, okay, so I'm really excited, so I'm going to stop you there, guys. I'm going to be back in a minute. Let me talk to Hubert, figure out my next steps, and yeah, let's fucking go, mate. Okay, yeah. Holy shit, this is crazy. Oh, right, yeah, it's gone zoop straight back to the middle. There we go. Oh, no we don't. Shit, mate, this is getting serious now. Shit's starting to get real. Here we go. Oh, the motor's got beeps.
Telemetry recovered.
We got telemetry. Oh. Ah, I know what happened. It won't allow power to run through the smoke stopper. So everything was fine and it beeped, so I'm going to plug the LiPo in now, raw. So basically what I'm doing is I'm taking the condom off the LiPo. Alright, we're going in bareback, no spit. No hock tour, guys. That's what Hubert said. It weren't me. I never said it. Right. Right. Any idea why the motor beeps like this? Oh my God. Oh, I got throttle, mate. Okay. I'll just get the other motor hooked up in it. I'll just do it all now. I'm getting ahead of myself. Right. Signal wire here is going to go to channel 3. Okay. It's on. It's on. We're beeping. We're beeping. We've got... So this is now my pot in action on the motor that will inflate the bag. Are you ready? That was only like, man, this is going to be plenty on 4S. Plenty. That's, mate, that isn't even like, that's barely a third of the throttle. That's crazy. And now this is rudder. Oh shit, what's happening here?
Telemetry recovered.
That was weird. Oh no, I didn't test the rudder while I had all the motors on. So that's my bag motor, rear motor, and servo all working at the same time. Oh shit, I've lost telemetry again. And now it's recovered. I'm excited, Hubert's excited. I told you I had a secret weapon, guys. This guy just knows how to talk and mamba, dumb it all down, have patience, and yeah, we get shit done that way. So a big shout out to Hubert again, and I'll be back in a minute. Let me put it there actually. Okay, let's go. Right then. Here we go for the bag motor test. I'm going to step out the way, get behind the camera. Come on. Oh, it's going all right. Oh shit, I just hit the throttle. Okay, here we go then. Yeah, we got thrust out the back, stuff's blowing behind it. Yeah.
Telemetry recovered.
Yeah, that's my servo. Is there a... Oh, the size there's a Beck inside my ASC, a 5-volt 2-amp Beck.
Yes.
Right, okay.
And because of it, you are will not take power out of board, and then board will not have power problems.
Correct, I understand. Right then. Well, that was hopefully an easy solution to a stupid problem. Alright, so future Mamba here. So we're editing this video and we realise it's going to be an absolute nightmare to explain to you guys what happened, what went wrong, how we resolved it, etc. and trying to keep it entertaining for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a segment right at the end and we're going to explain everything in detail. But yeah, stick around till the end, guys, because you might learn something. Let's give it a bit of servo action. Okay, everything looks sweet so far. Yes, mate, come on. There we go. Bag motor's on, quarter throttle. Let's get the rear thrusters running. Oh, the throttle. The rear throttle is really responsive. All right, guys. 3216 FPV on Instagram. Go check him out. So I couldn't have done it without him. What a fucking absolute wealth of knowledge. And I've learnt a lot, to be fair. So we're at the stage now where I'm going to tidy all the wires up. I'm going to jump onto the airbag. But as I told you, this isn't the end of the episode. We are going to get this done in this episode, so stay with me, guys. All right then, mate. Well, I appreciate the hell out of you, and I will see you at the end of the episode. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Throttle time. Oh, it's moving. It's moving. Come on. Okay, so it is time to put it to the test. So I've got this car park here. There's a couple of puddles that I need to avoid for the minute because it's cardboard, but let me show you. I've read on the bag and you'll see straight away. Look at that. You see how even it is all the way around? Well, it was all tight and I didn't realise that all the folds were really important. When you actually fold this stuff, you have to fold it to the side that you want to decrease the length of, which is obviously the curved bit, where before I was just folding it wherever. So yeah, massive learning curve. But this thing went pretty good in my garage, but I only had a few meters. So let's see what it goes like in the car park. Let's do it. There we go. Yeah, getting used to it now. Oh, I'm up the curb. Come on, proper hovercraft. All right then. So, I have found an SD card for the FPV. Oh no, there we go, we're recording now. I don't know what giving it a bit of camera angle will be doing, but that's a bit better. Centre the horizon. Okay, made an FPV. There is people there, but let's go.
Tired of shit and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that great. I don't want to go to work.
Come on.
My boss is a jerk and I'm not even that paid.
Much better now.
I need a change in my life because I don't feel alive and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute. I'm
Ah, we're stuck.
cashing for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't need a visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning all. And this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back. Moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams.
Over the puddle, come on.
Gonna do for it, how you gonna move for it? What you
Oh, I think my rudder's just come out. Yes, mate. Well, this is a success, isn't it? Woo, baby! Ow! Actually hurt. That was heavy. Let me test the motor. Oh, it's not too bad. I'm pumping it all the way up, guys. I'm doing it. full throttle on both motors. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, I got stuck under the van. Okay, that is where we finish the video. Come on guys, you've got to give me a like and a subscribe for that. Mate, that was incredible. So there we go, I built a hovercraft out of cardboard, FPV, and it works. I just need to learn how to actually control it. But yeah, if you did enjoy that content guys, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of my future builds. And trust me, there's going to be one coming up next week. Let's go. Okay, we are here with present Mamba and my secret weapon. So this is Hubert 3216 FPV, and without this guy, this thing would not be working. It would still be sitting on a shelf. So we're not going to be too long with this, guys. We're not going to bore you. We're just going to basically explain in a very basic detail what we did to make this thing work. So let's get into it. All right. So when I first built this hovercraft, we used this big 70mm EDF 12 blade fan motor, and we had a massive 80 amp ESC to power it, which I thought in my head was going to be great. Loads of thrust and load of power. Now I'm going to pass these over to the expert to tell you why I was wrong.
Basically, this will work really good with each other, but this will not work well with the setup that Mamba already has, because this is a 6S and he had only one ESC, which is 4S, which he will need to run 2 batteries to make it work. So we came up with the idea to just make it smaller and make from compatible parts. So now you have 2 ESCs, which are 4S, so they can run from 1 battery, and that makes whole setup lighter because you don't need 2 batteries, only 1.
Now, for me, it was perfect because I already had the 2 motors and the 2 ESCs that came in a kit. I will put a link to these parts in the description because they're really cheap, and this whole setup probably cost me about £50. But yeah, as Hubert said, the parts that I had just were not compatible, and when he explained to me the reasons why, it all started to make sense. So we got the ESCs, we got the motors, we got the servos, but I still came up with a problem. I didn't know how to connect them all to the PWM board, which blew my mind. I've never even seen a PWM board. So I bought a Maytec, was it a Maytec 7-channel PWM board, which has got an ELRS Maytec receiver. And we seem to have an issue with that, didn't we?
Yes, we had an issue with ELRS receiver because we had a problem with binding it to your radio. You swapped ELRS for different one,
yep,
and it's connected, so it started working with the rest of the setup.
Yeah, so we finally got the radio and the craft bound, and we came up with another issue. So we had both motors running, and as soon as we tried to hit the servo, it seemed to just shut all the power. I lost telemetry, and it just went into fail-safe mode, which if it was a drone, it would have just disappeared into the sky. And then Hubert came up with a reason why this was happening.
So basically, I'm gonna use this ESCs to explain the wires here. So you have 2 wires that you are putting into the battery, you have 3 wires that you are putting into the motor, and you have 3 wires here. And the thing is that the only yellow wire is needed to tell ESC what it needs to be done. So basically it's just a signal input. But brown and red wire is outputting power for boards, and it's made in this way that you don't need to deliver separate power to the PWM board because you're just connecting this. is for convenience. But the problem was that we connected this power to the board, and we also connected servo to the board. And servos are known to drain a lot of amperage out of any power. So that was the reason ELRS were shutting down, because it doesn't have enough power. But when we have two ESCs, we have two of these outputs. So one of the output goes to the board for powering ELRS and other stuff. And second power, we connected to servo. So servo is just separate line of power, and that does not affect how the ELRS worked. So that's the solution.
In a nutshell, if you understood what he just said, I'll break it down for you. We completely bypassed everything and wired the servo straight to the spare power leads we had running off the ESC. And yeah, it worked an absolute charm. So they were all of our issues, and I know it doesn't seem like there was a lot of issues there, but when you don't know anything about this kind of setup, it's really daunting, and it just becomes impossible to figure it out. But once it's been explained to you once, it's really simple. A lot simpler than actually setting up a drone, because this is more of a dumb version. There's no gyros in it. It's just straight power to motors. So the last thing I've got to talk about is the FPV system. Now, I didn't realise that your VTX could just be powered up off a 2S LiPo. And as long as you've got it all wired up correctly, you can get transmission straight to your goggles, so it doesn't need to be wired up to a flight controller or anything like that. So basically, this VTX system is just wired up for its own battery, which I just put in the front. I think I use a 3S battery on the front. Plug that in, slot it in, and it works perfectly. So again, so simple to do. If you've done anything with drones, this is just a piece of cake, guys. All right, so once again, Hubert, my brother, thank you so much for that
Happy to help.
And I've travelled all the way down here just to finish off this video with Hubert, because earlier I says, Hubert, I will see you at the end of this episode. Well, here he is. So yeah, super happy to come and see you, my friend, and thanks for all the help. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button, drop a comment, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell notification. The bell notification. And hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of our future builds. And I say our future builds because this ain't the last one that this pal's going to be involved in. All right, so I've been Mamba FPV, and this has been the 3216 FPV, and we've enjoyed playing with this. We can't wait to give it a rip tomorrow. And yeah, we've just decided we both need more.
Not flash it again because servers are down.
Right. Because servers are down.
Yep.
What's that?
Servers with the software, because when we flashing stuff, the software sits on the server and is downloaded. So when they close down company, they close down servers. So we do not have any connections.
So BL Heli is closed.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Because it was a Finnish company, I think, and they start having some problems with the government. The government told them to just close the whole company.
Oh really?
Yep.
Oh,
Because
shit.
of the hardware was used on the Ukraine, and that was some geopolitical stuff. So that's the reason BL Heli was closed. And the
way.
problem is that BL Heli locked their bootloaders, so you cannot even hack them because you don't. It's locked because BL Heli protected itself from.
Okay, so this is now just a dumb ESC.
You can use it, but if something goes wrong with it, it's just
That's
throw
it.
away.
Done. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So this is basically a consumable.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And I think they will get cheaper. So
Yeah.
this will be a pretty nice thing because of the BL Heli is closed, the people will start to get rid of them quickly. And
so just keep googling, not necessarily Amazon. Just search for BL Heli
yep,
ESCs.
but not